Hey, welcome back to my channel, Just Doing Great Things. Today we got some great news. Yesterday I was able to go down to the local bank and take out a second mortgage so that I could buy some chicken wings. And so today we're going to do a chicken wing. I wouldn't call it a recipe, it's just making some chicken wings. In all seriousness, one of my students at school has been asking me, hey, do some chicken wings. And so today I'm finally going to do some chicken wings for him, and I hope he's happy with this. I got this idea on how to do this from two fantastic cooks on YouTube, How to BBQ Right and Meatchurch. They got together and did what they called smoke-a-fried wings. Well, I'm going to use the same method because it's fantastic. Those guys know what they're doing. They did a great video. I hope that you've watched it. If you haven't tuned into those guys, you're missing out. They know what they're doing. But back to what I was talking about, I'm going to use that same method. I'm going to smoke it on my Pit Boss grill, and then I'm going to take it in the house and fry them, and then I'm going to put a dry rub that I got from Heath Briles. Found it at Academy Sports. It's a fantastic Cajun seasoning, Cajun Creole butter. Man, it is the bomb. You've got to try this. And then I cheated. I started to make my own Caribbean jerk sauce and realized that the peppers that are in it are difficult to find. So I went down to Walmart and I got Buffalo Wild Wing Caribbean jerk seasoning, or not seasoning, but sauce. And you know what? It's fantastic. Now it's got a bite to it. Keep that in mind before you serve it to just anybody, but it's got a little bite to it. But man, it's fantastic. So half of these are going to be dry, half of these are going to be wet. Sweet and savory, and just fantastic on the Cajun one. So I hope you enjoy this, and especially for the young man that asked me if I would do a chicken wing recipe. This was a lot of fun, and I sure wish wings would go down in price. Right now the prices on meat is pretty bad, but hey, you know, it is what it is, and I can either buy it or not. So here we go. I hope you enjoy this recipe. All right, everything you're going to need for this this cook is, of course, some chicken wingettes. These are from Tyson. They're pretty good quality. I was able to find some. Sometimes I can't. And as for the wet sauce, we're going to use the Caribbean Jerk Island sauce from Buffalo Wild Wings. It's really good, but it does have a bite. And then for the Cajun wings, we're going to use Heath Briles Cajun Creole garlic butter seasoning. Love it, man. Fantastic seasoning. I hope you enjoy. All right, it's time to prepare the wings for this cook. I'm going to, I know it's a debate whether to wash chicken or not wash chicken. It's the cross-contamination that everybody's concerned about. Well, if you clean up your area after you're done washing your chicken, then you don't have to worry about cross-contamination. That's the way I look at it. I like to wash mine. I'm going to pluck any feathers off of it. Any extra fat, I'm going to pull it off of there. This stuff is pretty clean. They've done a good job with it. But I'm going to wash it off because I don't know what was the last thing that touched it, who was the last that touched it, the conditions, whatever. So I'm going to wash it off, and that's just the way it's going to be. And we're going to put them on some paper towels, let them dry a little bit, and let them air dry a little bit, and we'll be good to go. All right, let's get started on these chicken wings. Wingettes, I guess they're actually called. I'm going to do two different flavors today, so I'm going to kind of separate them. So out here in the Pit Boss, trying to get a little smoke going. I at the moment have it turned down really low so as to get as much smoke on it as I possibly can. At the lower temps, it puts off a lot more smoke. And then here in a little bit, I'll turn it back up and get these babies to rolling at that point. I'm putting the flats. Sorry about the wind, man. This wind, I finally get to film this week after having rainstorms and all kinds of craziness all week long. Finally get to film, and now I've got a wind that's blowing about 20-25 miles per hour at times. It just makes it a little difficult, and I'm sure the sound's not going to be all that great, but anyhow, it is what it is. And I'm just thankful I'm able to be outside doing some cooking. So I'm going to get some smoke on this, and then I'm going to crank up the temperatures and let them cook. Right now I have put no seasonings on it whatsoever. I'm going to do all that at the end. So let's see how this turns out. Alright, while you guys weren't looking, I went ahead and turned this up to 350. I think it's about time we turn everything a little bit. You know, the little flats are so easy. Cooking them on one side, and then you cook them on the other side. Well, guess what? These little drumettes, they got 4 sides or more sides. They're a pain in the butt. But you know what? They're going to taste good. That's how it's going to go, probably. Once again, I apologize for the wind. It's going to knock me over. Good thing I'm got a little weight behind me, because it could be a lot worse. All right, those are all turned over, and let's get back to what we were doing. All right, it's time to turn these again. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on them. I'd like to take them off at 175. Of course, the flats are probably going to get done before the little drumettes. But I'd like to take these off at 175, and then we're going to take them inside for the next step. I actually turned these once without y'all. Just wanted to turn the dang thing. So, it's all turned, flipped over. There we go. All right, the wind's kicking it up even harder. I'll go ahead and tempt these just out of curiosity. Let's go ahead and choose a flat. All right, the flats are already sitting on about 170. Little drumettes. They're about there too. It's tough to kind of tempt them, trying to stay away from that bone, but you know, that's how it goes. What I am going to do, and I'm going to turn it back down so we can get some more smoke on this. Now these are going to cook a little bit more in the next step, so they don't have to be completely done in this step. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take these flats off of here. I already took some off, and now I'm going to take off the rest of the flats. I'm going to leave the little drumettes on there so that they can cook just a little bit more. They're probably close to done. They're going to get done in the next process, but anyhow, that's what we got right now. All right, it's time to fry these wings. I've got it set on about 350. I'm going to put them in a little metal basket, and we're going to put them in there for right around 3 minutes. And I'm gonna use sight, and I'm gonna kind of use feel to decide when they are ready. Put them down in the grease and let them do their thing. All right, these are just about done frying, and it's time to put them on a paper towel and let them get the grease off, dry off a little bit, and we'll go ahead and put another batch into the basket and get it to frying while we season up the wings that we just took off. All right, while those are frying, let's go ahead and make us some Cajun wings. I'm going to take the wings that have been drying on the paper towel, put them into a bowl, take that Heath Cajun Creole garlic butter seasoning, sprinkle it on there all nice and heavy, and then I'm going to try to mix that up, shake it up a little bit and get it even throughout the wings. Saw one didn't have much on it, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more on there. I'm not scared. It's about flavor. So let's shake that up, and then we're good to go. Here's that second batch of wings that have been drying off on the paper towel, and we're going to put them into the bowl. And here comes the Caribbean jerk seasoning. It's a sauce, and man, I tell you, I love that stuff. And I'm gonna pour it on there. I'm gonna be pretty liberal with it. I want it to have a ton of flavor, and we're gonna shake that up and get them evenly sauced, and those will be good to go. All right, I'll do the same process with the little drumettes. Let them dry on the paper towel. Give them a good dose of the Heath Briles. And shake them up. And now for the sauced ones, the last ones, we're going to put them in there, add a little sauce, and shake them up. Go. Now, a friend of mine told me after watching my videos that I need the money shot. I got to try the food that I'm cooking. So, hey, I can't stand to hear somebody eat, so I won't do that to you. But I'm telling you, I tried the Cajun ones first, and they are unbelievable. I love the flavor of that seasoning. He's done a fantastic job, and there we go. I'm going to tear those up all day long. I like them. And then I'll go ahead and try the Caribbean jerk, and they're going to have a bite for sure. Aren't you glad you're not having to listen to me eat? Yeah. They are good. I hope you will try this this recipe for these wings. I will make some homemade Caribbean jerk seasoning eventually, but I just didn't have time today.